Well, I've just been down to my local Ace Hardware. They have one of the biggest collections of nuts, bolts, washers, clips, all springs, all sorts of things. And even they couldn't match whatever thread that was. Note word was. God knows what these people manufactured. Then they couldn't make it the same as the original, could they? I know, granted, you know, that may have been a Whitworth, I don't know. But, you know, I kept these especially, and they're no fucking use. However, what I did is I got, the closest I could get was an 8mm 125 pitch. So I just bought myself a bottom tap, or a plug tap, whatever you want to call it, and some studs and some nuts. The studs are slightly long, I'll just trim those off, and it will do the job. But I shouldn't have to. If these people could actually do their job properly, then we would get the right part that would replace the original part and function. So, you know, there it is now. It didn't take me much effort, but it meant I had to spend another $7. Yeah, not a lot of money, I grant you, but to get the tap. Oh, and then there was the stud and the washer. So let's say I'm another $15 out of pocket, maybe $10, I don't know. And it's a fucking joke. They can't make things as they should be. And I don't know if it's SU or who, but what a joke. Alright, enough bitching. Now, let's get the pump in, try and get on with this compressor. Oh boy. So much to do, so little time. Here is the fuel pump now, in position. And note how Auto Sparks have got every connection completely wrong. You know, they're fucking loops. When it's a spade connector there and a spade connector there. Not quite sure why they've supplied this one. The only reason I can think is they want to ground the stud on this side as well. But if that was their idea, then they've got the wrong size one on there as well. Fucking believe it. Alright. Oh dear. So, something else to figure out. I've got my nice stainless steel pipe here, or stainless steel braided pipe. I'm going to connect that up, whoops, excuse me, to see that blue thing there. I've got to connect it up to that. Well, there's a grommet that should come with that. I would have thought so, but we will see. I'll see if I've got a grommet that fits that. Obviously I have my main fuel line in here. Once I get those on there and connected, then ho ho ho, we can switch on the fuel pump and see A, if the fuel pump works, and B, if we have any leaks. Yeah, that'll be in a few moments. Yes. Oops, sorry about that. But I've got a couple of other things I need to do first. Wee, I got some prezzies. Now I'm sure you beady-eyed buggers can tell. Evans. So you know what that is, but nonetheless, let's have a look, shall we? I know what it is. Of course I do, I ordered it. Anybody that's running a classic car without this in, it's a bit of a surprise really, because you really should. It's good shit. I have spoken to many classic car people, and the majority of them do use this. Oh, is it glued as well? Oh yeah. Ho ho ho. No wonder it wasn't so easy to open, huh? Right, now what I should have 4 gallons of Evans shit and 4 gallons of prep. Cool. I sure didn't want this to come out. Okay. Let's have a look. What's this one? high performance water engine coolant. So we've got 4 lovely little jars of this, gallons. It's a US gallon, so obviously it's a little less than a proper gallon. Okay, so that's that. Now, I don't know where the hell I'm going to put all this shit. Excuse me a second. You're going to watch this live as I move stuff. And no, it won't be staying there because it'll be in my way. This one says FE. This should be the prep fluid, and it is. There should be 4 bottles of prep. You think maybe they could have, excuse me, packaged it as nice as this other one, but I guess that's asking a bit too much. Now, I did speak to Evans themselves, Evans above, and said, you know, what's the best? I want to do the best for my car. I don't care if it costs more money, and if it's perhaps a little wasteful, I want to do the best for my car. The gentleman I spoke to said, okay, in that case, what you want to do, fill up the car with water. Just plain water. Run it on that for, I don't know, maybe 100 miles at most. At most. I think he said 200, but that means to me 100. Then you drain it all out and you use your shop vac to try and suck all the droplets of water out. He suggested a shop vac, not a airline, purely because the airline will just disperse it, whereas the shop vac should, in theory, suck it. Once that's done, then you put the prep in and you run it again, maybe for 100 miles or so with the prep in, but not too long. Once that's done, you obviously drain the prep out, but you don't have to vacuum it then. Then you just put in the Evans coolant. Now, the advantage of all of that process is to make sure that you get the system ready for it. I've got aluminium heads and aluminium radiator, or at least I will have, it's not there at the moment. And this is the best way to do it. So that's good. Also, using plain water initially, and then the prep, if there are any leaks, you can fix them, and you're not wasting the coolant, the Evans coolant. Okay? Right. One more box to go. FE. This is the most expensive box. Go on, what do you think it is, guys? You can guess. Although if you're smart enough, you'll have read the label. Aha, a recyclable. Oops. And it's fucking heavy, I can tell you that. And it was upside down. But it doesn't matter. It says, stand back and deliver. Your money or your wife. That's a difficult decision. Optima. This should be my red top Optima battery, as designed specifically for my Ferrari. Oh, damn, it's a Jaguar. Hey, nothing wrong with that. God, look at this packing. Oh, what's this? Optima batteries. Military battery system. Holy shit, okay. What we got in here? Hang on, folkies. Why doesn't that want to come out? Because I'm stupid. There she is. All right. Now, I did look at various batteries, different styles, different types. Excuse me, let's get this over to the bench. And I struggled to decide what I wanted. There was one I saw that I really liked. Can't remember what the make was now, but it was all red. And you know red is my thing. So, here I have my Optima battery. What is it? 1000 cranking amps, 800 cold cranking amps, 50 ampere hour, reserve capacity 100. Part number 8003151 and model number 34R. So there it is. Beautiful battery, ready to go in the car. And obviously because the terminal was like this, I could have had it the other way if I'd have wanted to, but I don't. This is how I want it. And that was why I particularly, or even picked this one. So there you go. That's the next job now, is to put this into the car. So I'm huffing and puffing here. This shit's heavy. Oh. Now all I've got to do, is take that one out. Lead acid battery. It's served me well for my testing purposes, but I think now it's time to get in the real battery, clamp it in, and leave it there for however long it needs to be there. Hopefully the life of this car. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about the compressor. It's just I've been so busy I haven't had a chance to do that. Tomorrow's wife's Mercedes time. Then what is that? What's tomorrow? Friday. So that brings me to the weekend. Weekend will be Jaguar Mark II time. Get this back up on the ramp and get this sorted out. Actually, maybe I won't even put it on the ramp. I'll see. Because at the moment it's good at this level. I don't need to be underneath. Also, I do have, as you'll remember, I do have the fuel pump now, which is fitted. So I really want to get on with it and get the fuel running through it and see where my leaks are. Also, I'm working on these. Hopefully you can see that with this light. These cable clamps. So we'll see how that goes. I'm making the brackets at the moment that go onto the cylinders. I have a little problem here that if I tighten this one up, which obviously I have to do, I can't get the socket off. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there, and I'm going to have to try a different socket maybe. Socket to me, baby. I think what's happening is that because this is a long, deep socket, it's touching against the cam cover here. I'll have to see. But I've left that socket on there to remind me that I've loosened that one, and it definitely needs to go tighter. Okay, well guys, it's the usual shit, you know, get out in the garage, go do your shit. I still have a number of things to do on this. I've still got some wires to connect up for the heater box. Obviously once I've got the compressor in, then I've got to decide about the condenser, which will go here, and the dryer, and then the radiator. So the issue I have, and I got to figure this out how I'm going to do this, is I need to put on the grill first, then I need to put on the condenser, then I need to put on the radiator. The radiator is not a problem, it definitely bolts from that side. The grill, yeah, not a problem, again bolts from that side, but it's getting the condenser on there, and also I've got to get the pipes to it. And I've got to have the pipes made. I mean, I've got them, but I don't have the machine to crimp them. So I've got to figure out how I need them. Then I can find someone locally, hopefully, that does that kind of crimping, and get at least these two pipes crimped. And then I can get the condenser in, sorry, the grill in, the condenser in, the radiator in. Oh shit, I've got an electric fan to put in there as well. Holy cannoli. So it's going to be grill, electric fan, condenser, radiator. Okay. Hey, I got myself into this mess. Now I've got to get me out of it. I was hoping to have this running this year. I don't really want to run it without water being connected. I guess I could just put the radiator loosely in there, connect the hoses and run it with just plain water in there. It's just not really what I want to do, because I like to complete things and forget about them. And if you watch the guy that's doing that Ford Pop or whatever it is, when he's finished a job, he paints it with forget about it red. Okay, what else was I... with my friend Larry and my friend Dave in Austria, I've been trying to make my mind up about the seat belts in this car. I don't like the originals. They're static and they're pretty manky, so I want to get some new ones. So I decided I'm going to get inertia real ones. Now, my car is red. The carpets are red. The interior is beige. That's just the combination I wanted, and if you don't like it, that's a problem for you. Then I said, okay, so I'm having inertia real seat belts. What colour do I go for, beige or red? And you're quite entitled to leave your opinion in the comments. One comment that my friend Dave Turner made was, if you have beige, they'll kind of blend into the seat, so you might not see them. If you have red, then you can see them. My friend Frank says, sorry, not Frank, duh, wrong guy. Larry says, yeah, you should definitely go red. And that is the consensus at the moment. I've got 3 votes for red, none for beige. So I'd love to hear from you guys, and please, give us your comments on what you think, what you would do with your car. Now, I know this is my car and I'll do what I do, but I like to hear what other people think. Even if I don't necessarily follow it, it's nice to get other people's opinions. Okay, that's enough prattling from me. So now really you do have to get rid of those cardboard boxes, Gary. What I do have to do is get the battery in, get rid of those cardboard boxes, because I have no fucking use for them. And I'm out in the garage, and I got to do more shit. So it's time for you to get out in the garage and go do some shit. Thanks for watching.